Good morning, everyone. So today I have this stamp and die set that Diamond Press has brought to HSN. It is the He Is Risen stamp, die, and stencil set. So let me get this open here. So they did send this free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're purchase items to those links. So let me get this guy open. I'll be right back. And really a gorgeous set for Easter or anytime you want to use like little crosses here. We have like a little banner and some sprigs and some dies that'll cut some of the other images here. This popped out, and since the first thing that came out is this guy, let's just check it out as far as the stencils and things. So it looks like we have some different sizes of stencils. Oh, these are cute. They're right here. So we'll give you some measurements there, or I'll get you some measurements in just a minute. But we have like this really pretty stylized kind of geometric background, this kind of like a lattice look, kind of like an aura or like a burst behind here, and then we have that beautiful kind of sprigs all around, and then we have the stamps and dies. So whatever they show you here, what they're showing you is there's a die and a stamp for these little sprigs. This cross that has the beautiful flowers on it, the words rejoice with like little flowers all around. This one's really interesting. It looks like a paint brush kind of stroke, and it says peace be with you in there. Some flowers, little butterfly, a gorgeous cross back here with like some greenery in it, and then the sprigs, those are just dies, and then stamp and die for the banner. You can put Happy Easter or Easter blessing in there, or just leave it blank like that. Alleluia, He is risen, celebrate our Savior with love at Easter, and this is the day the Lord has made, let us rejoice and be glad in it. Of course, that's Psalms 118:24, and then some inspo here. That always reminds me of a song we used to sing when I was little in Sunday school. So here we have a marquee cutting folder. So if you don't have the marquee, you can just put this to the side, but basically it's just a refill for your marquee. Having said that, these dies will go through any machine that cuts thin metal dies, right? So we have those. And then beautiful carrier color on the stamp set. Really gorgeous. And again, you know, nice size items here. I don't know. I'll probably use this one today because I have an idea already. So it's 3 inches by like almost 2. This one's more like 3 1/4-ish by 2 1/4. So it kind of gives you an idea of how large these items are. You have the dies for them, and then the not die sets. What am I talking about? Stencils. They're a little bit different sizing than I've seen before, so let's check these guys out. So these two patterns are on stencils that are just about 5 inches by 3 3/8 or so, and then these guys are and I'm measuring stencil material, not just the the design inside. So this is 5 3/4 ish by like 2 1/2, and then of course they have a border, so you can kind of imagine the sizing on those. So let me grab some papers and inks and other items, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I have a standard A2 size card base here, so that will be 8 1/2 by 5 1/2 scored at 4 1/4, and I'll put that to the side for a moment. I think what I want to do is maybe do some dry embossing with one of the stencils. Now, I usually do this on like a larger machine because a lot of times stencils are larger, right, the material, but since this one's a little bit smaller, excuse me, I'm going to try and do it through the marquee. So I do have a piece of paper here. It's still 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just so I can cut it down if I would like afterwards. This is just a piece of craft foam. It's actually 4 by like almost 6. If you have one that's the full 4 1/4, cut it down. I would probably prefer that, but we're going to use this right now, and then I will trim it down and make a matte layer. And then this guy also, I'm just going to center it, just eyeballing it. That looks pretty good. And then we're going to take that and sandwich it in here, and the idea is that your stencil will act as an embossing tool basically. So let's run it through here and see what we get. Try to just hold it steady. Again, that's why I left it larger, so I can cut it down if I would like. Ooh, it's really in there. Look at how much that embossed. Look at that. And okay, so this is the other thing I was hoping for. So I figured since it is smaller that it would emboss in here, and that looks like it's framed out. Like that's what I wanted. That is so cool. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down a little bit because that's what I like. So probably 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Just trim a little bit off the edges, and I'll be right back. So I went ahead and just trimmed a little bit off each edge, and then I thought, you know, it'd be really lovely with like a gold border also. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And so I'm just going to glue those down. Now I know it hurts people's heart to cover up all this goodness. So if you really wanted to, you can take a craft knife and just trim away a lot of this inside portion, and then you can use it for die cutting. Actually, maybe we'll do that right now. So let me grab a paper trimmer because I want to cut some of the sprigs, and I think that would be lovely if they were kind of golden. I'm sorry, it always makes my camera wonky. So, you know, just leave yourself enough for the edge. Obviously this edge is going to be very thin, but I'm just safely carving away some of this middle area. Just what I need kind of for my sprigs. So it's not even straight. It doesn't matter. No one's going to see it. Let's just take that part out. Right? And then we can go ahead and glue this down. And then we'll glue this on top. So, let me do that. And I probably will place something on top because having run through did get a little bit wonky my paper, but it'll be fine once we flatten it out. So really center that nicely. And then we'll take this guy and really get glue all over this guy. Right to the edge, right in here, just everywhere because I really want it to stick down really nicely. So I'll pop that on there, and I always like to put something heavy on top so I'm not just holding this here for however long. So let me grab just like this cutting plate, and then maybe I'll put my marquee on top or something, and I'll just leave it there for a few minutes, and I'll be back. We're good to go on that one. So there's our card base, that beautiful subtle aura in the background. Okay, I'll put that to the side for a moment. And I think I'm going to take this cross, and I just have a brown, you know, like craft cardstock here, and I'm going to stamp the little leaves. It's basically leaves in light green. Just bring some color in there, and then we'll die cut that. So just wherever here. I'm not going to color it or anything. I'm just going to let that green do its magic there. Sound like I was playing a beat or something. Little song there. All right. Just nice even pressure. Looks pretty good. I see in the center I can probably do a little better, so I'm just going to do that again. Yeah, very nice. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry, and I'll be right back. That's nice and dry now, and I'm just gonna put it to the side, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my banner. I'm gonna do this purple color. I really wanted the banner to be like purple. I don't know. Just felt like that would be nice. So I'm going to use this, and then you know, we can just do that by itself and just kind of enrobe the cross with it. I think it would be really, really lovely, and then you can have your sentiment separate. Today I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment into that, but I think that'd be a nice way to work that too. I'm just going to take some purple. A lavender piece of cardstock that I have, a little scrap, and then let's see, Happy Easter, Easter blessings. Let's go with Happy Easter. And again, I'm just eyeballing that, and you can definitely do like a different color purple if you would like. And I haven't done my big review tutorial or video on the new die and press colors inks, but they will have re-inkers and different colorways. So like, yeah, it'd be very easy to say, oh, we just want to play with like the purples and have different tones of that, right? So it'd be really lovely. But there we go, and please keep an eye out for that video. It will be a blockbuster. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna let that dry and I'll be right back. So let's bring back our pieces. I'm also gonna cut some sprigs, like I said, from my gold paper. So we have these guys. I probably just need a couple, like, one come out here and here. So maybe I'll do this one and this one just to try out the different ones. There is a sprig here, I believe, maybe two, that you can stamp and then cut, right, if you would like. Right now I'm using those guys. And then this is the cross. I want to see how easily I can see through that. I mean, you can see pretty easily, but if you want to make sure that you're getting a nice edge all around, you can definitely do a drop shadow, and I'll talk about that in just a second. I'll show it with this one actually. So with this guy too, you can bring it over and you can see pretty easily where you're cutting that guy. So obviously that's not the right way, it's this way. So actually with this one you can see right through there. So let me grab a scrap of paper to show you how you can make an aperture for this guy. I know I said drop shadow because a lot of times once I cut it out, you can use the cutout for a drop shadow, but right now we're just looking for an aperture. So I'll be right back. I have a scrap of orange paper now. If I want to do a drop shadow, of course I would pick a color that I would like to drop shadow with. But let's just use that. And I always look for an area where I can kind of hinge it, hopefully pretty easily. I know this one might be a little different. It might be down here, only because this piece might make it pop off. Okay, so this one's ready to go. These guys, of course, I'm just gonna run them through, and let's just, sorry if I shook the camera at all. Okay, so we're gonna have that. Again, if you want to drop shadow, definitely use the color you want to drop shadow with. And with this guy, you're just going to flip it up. You're not going to remove it. You're just looking through, and that way you'll have a better idea of where you're cutting, and then you'll say, oh, okay, that's what I like, or, you make your adjustments here. And I think that's pretty good right there. Okay, and then let it touch your paper there. And maybe one more piece of washi here to help us out, and I could have just trimmed this down a little bit smaller to begin with, but there we go. Okay, and then just run that through and you'll have a much better idea where you're cutting. And let me show you what that looks like. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera at all. And there you go. And of course I have a little orange from the paper there. Alright, I'll cut the others out and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so let's bring these pretty items out. Look at that. And bring our elements. And I think that'll be really pretty. And my idea was to kind of have this on here like this. I think that'll be nice. So I'm just going to glue that down because I'm going to pop this up. So let me glue this on first. I don't really know exactly where the glue is going to be touching. Gorgeous. Okay. Let me get some dimensionals on the back of this and I'll be right back. Remove the backings on this, so let's just bring this over and see. Oh, that's so pretty. I love how like clean and crisp it is. Put that there. If we have this guy back here somewhere, let me see, maybe in the same direction. Something like that. Okay, so let me get some glue on this guy. I'm not quite pushing it down yet because I don't know exactly where I want that, but something like that for now. And something like here. Go ahead and pop that down. Pull that one out a little bit. That one can go down. And then this one, I just need to adjust a little bit. There we go. So I'm going to hold down my sprigs in the back, and then this has dimensional, so that'll just stick down. I'll be right back. Okay guys, and there is our card. Simple, beautiful, clean. I love it. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks Die and Press for sending these items for review. I'll have images come up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.